Courtesy of viewer Beth Jones from Castle Forbes, 1445 shaving cream. We're going to build a lather and we're going to have a shave coming up next. Hi YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere, it's Mark with GeorgeToon.com. I'm back with another video. Great to see you again. Thanks so much for stopping by and sharing your time with me. Love getting together with you and talking all things traditional wet shave. We have a brand new shaving cream in the shave den, courtesy of viewer Beth Jones. Beth, thank you very, very much. This is a marvelous shaving cream. Based on the scent alone, this shave is going to be spectacular. Here it is from Castle Forbes, their iconic 1445 scent in a shaving cream. 1445 shaving cream. Boy, is this scent marvelous. Let me show you the inside of it right here. It is a shaving cream. Now, I removed this little inner tissue right here that covered the cream. That's how it comes presented. And I didn't think I would be able to put it back in. I removed it during the Monday morning mailbag to give you a first look. And I was able to kind of seat it back in there. So maybe I'll continue to use it, but it just comes off like that. And oh, this scent is marvelous. Let me just set this aside here so it's out of the way. And a little goes a long way. This scent is marvelous. They have it in an EDP and a aftershave balm. Here is some information regarding the scent on their website and the product page for their EDP, because this information was not on the shaving soap page. So I accidentally omitted it during the Monday morning mailbag, but I want to share it with you right here. As they say here, with fresh notes of ferns and grasses, this light and timeless fragrance is truly clean, balanced by a fusion of lavender, tarragon, lemon, and bitter orange. A spicy base of vetiver is the perfect support for the lighter green and citrus notes which open the fragrance. Smells like freshly scrubbed British aristocrats straight after a bath. That's what I was laughing at. Now here is the scent profile. Top notes are petitgrain and lemon. Middle notes are tarragon and lavender. Base notes are vetiver, clove, and patchouli. Boy, this is a good one. So let me set this aside here. And so that's out of the way. We're going to go ahead and we're going to build a lather. We're going to have a shave. I'm going to use my Starry Night lathering bowl, which also came from Beth Jones. Beth, thank you so very, very much. We're also going to use my Omega Elite GT Series shaving brush. This came from viewer Matt Panter. Matt, thank you very, very much. I've got 3 days worth of beard growth, so I'm going to use my Timeless Razor TI-95 razor. Boy, is this marvelous. What a marvelous razor this is. And we're also going to use a Wizamet Super Iridium razor blade. I'm going to do a pre-shave wash. I think I'm going to use either the bamboo scrub from Pacific Shaving Company or the Sterling soap right here, pre-shave soap. I might use that. I don't know. We'll find out. Probably the Sterling because it's right here right now. I won't have to go underneath the cabinet and kind of hunt around for the Pacific Shaving Company's bamboo scrub. We'll see. We'll flip a coin. And then we're going to do a post-shave, and we'll talk all about that when we get to that point. So let me put some hot water in the lathering bowl here, the Starry Night lathering bowl, and then I'm going to do my pre-shave wash. No pre-shave lather at all. I want the 1445 to do all the work in moisturizing and softening 3 days worth of beard growth. And then we'll get to the shave. We'll build a lather and get to the shave. So hang in there with me. Okay, we've got our pre-shave wash all done. My brush is soaking. Here is the hot water in the Starry Night lathering bowl right there. We're going to dump that out. And we got a little bit of a remnant left in there, not much. I've got this little tool right here to take out some shaving cream. I'm going to get a little bit. I usually go err on the side of more rather than less, but they say a little bit goes a long way. So we're going to get, how about that much right there? Okay, maybe just that much. How about that? All right, let's see, right there, let's see what that does. Let's see what that does. I'm going to use that much. You know what? And if it's too little, because this is my first time using it, if it's too little, I can always add more. That's my thinking. So let me put the lid back on here because I splash. I tend to splash a lot, and I'm already wiping off the label. There it is again, $14.45. Shaving cream. Boy, that's great. All right, here is my Omega Elite GT shaving brush right here. Okay, and there is the shaving cream right there in the bowl. Just that much. 3 days worth of beard growth. Let's see what kind of lather we get here. Scent is marvelous. And already this is exploding. My gosh, that has already exploded. Oh man, look at that. Now the key to this one, from what I've read on their website, look at what I got already. My gosh. The key to this is adding water. It seems like you might want to add a little more water to this than you do other shaving creams. That's my hunch based on what I've read on their website, and I'm already look at what I've got already. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is lathering in a snap. Wow. That's amazing. And I'm already approaching that tone drop. Look what I got here. Oh man, is this... I can't believe it. I cannot believe how much I've got. Look at what I've got here. Look at that. Look at that. Look at it. Boom, lather. That is amazing. Look, I think that's the fastest boom lather on record on the channel ever. I mean, that's amazing. I'm just going to paint this on like this, and we'll see what kind of coverage we get. And again, the scent is just glorious. It really is. And I have more than enough for a 3-pass shave. And I have more than enough to take care of 3 days worth of beard growth. Look at that coverage. Look at that. Oh my God, that paints on so nicely. And it's very agreeable on the skin. I'm not getting any kind of irritating qualities, anything like that. It just feels as fresh and clean on the face as the scent. Oh man, is that nice. Look at that. Would you look at that? And I can kind of layer it if I want to and increase the cushion. Because now again, I've got 3 days worth of beard growth, and look at the coverage I'm getting from this. And the scent is fantastic. Let me scrape off the brush here. Look at what I've got there. Look how much I've got. That's, that's amazing. I'm amazed. I am really, really amazed. We're going to go ahead and get my razor, the Timeless Razor TI-95. It's a titanium razor. Actually, yeah, is it the TI-95? Yeah, TI-95 right there on the cap. Okay, and we're going to get a Wizamet Super Iridium razor blade, and we're going to put one of these in this razor and get right to this shave. My gosh, my goodness. Okay, here is the blade. Let me get this wrapper open here. Okay, there we go. Cracking open a new blade. Here we go. Okay, there it is right there, Super Iridium. All right, and here's my cap, like that. And here is my base plate. Ooh, everything lines up very, very nicely. Everything just falls into place. This is so precisely machined. There's my O-ring right there, so you can see that, okay? And then here's my crown handle. Boy, I love this handle. I love the shape. I love the knurling. I love the titanium material. Boy, this is a winner. We're going to heat this up under some hot water. Look how nice and stable the lather has remained while I loaded that blade and chatted with you just a minute, for just a few moments. Oh man, gonna heat this up under some hot water, And we're going to get right to this shade. Oh, yeah. Okay. Just a little more. Yeah. Oh, that's good and hot now. Yeah. All right. 30 degrees, a light touch. Let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. Boy, that's wonderful. That is wonderfully smooth. Really nice glide. Beautiful protection. That's the key here. And again, well, when I do my neck and I'm shaving from top to bottom here, when I get to the bottom there where there's very little cream, I'm still not getting that like little bite, that little end bite. There's enough slickness to carry me through that entire shaving stroke to make sure that there's glide and protection there. That's marvelous. Wonderful, wonderful residual slickness to allow me to get the chin. That's really nice. Again, some great residual slickness to allow me to just do a little buffing while I'm shaving on the upper lip there. Boy, that is very smooth and comfortable. First pass done. Let's rinse. Well, I'm approaching socially acceptable shave territory. Now, I started off with 3 days worth of beard growth. This is a very, very good first pass. I'm not quite there into socially acceptable shave territory. Obviously, 3 days worth of beard growth, but I am really, really close. So we're going to go ahead and paint on some more lather. We're going to utilize the water that was on my face there. And, you know, this is really some nice shaving cream. And it is, now, the additional water kind of comes into play here. I'm thinking, just to see if I can increase what I have here, I'm going to go ahead and just do this a little more here. Now that's very good what I have on my face, but I just want to see if I can increase the density just by working that a little more to see if I get some additional lather out of this, and I did. Look at that. I did. It just comes right back. Now look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look what I got. Man, oh man, that's marvelous. So if you have a little bit of water on the face and you feel that, okay, you know what, the water's coming into play here and I want to increase the density of the lather a little bit, increase that cushion, and look how much I have, you can go right back in the bowl and just start whipping a little more, and man, it comes right back. Look at that. And obviously with the amount of beard growth that I knocked down on that first pass, we are able to paint it on much more easily. Because that first pass, I had to cover up, moisturize, and soften the whisker of 3 days worth of beard growth. And there's much less there now, but man, oh man, you know, both first lathers and second lathers here, just marvelous. And look how much I have in the bowl there. Look at that. I mean, I have enough for maybe another 2 passes. I mean, this is really, the shaving cream just explodes. And you saw how much I used. I could probably back off a little bit from what I took. And you know me, I usually, if you followed me on the channel, you know I really get in there and like to scoop. With this one, I purposely backed off a little bit. That's marvelous. All right, we're going to go with pass number 2. We're going to go east to west across the grain. Again, the residual thickness comes into play here to do just a little bit of that buffing. Now the shaving cream, even though it has this nice density to it and this very, very good body, it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. Again, look at that residual slickness there. It just has it has a nice body, but a nice light feel. A little bit lighter than some other shaving creams that you might have used in the past. Wow. Razor did a great job of getting all those little bits up underneath the nostrils. And again, the lather has nice density, nice body, a lighter weighted feel on the skin, which is really, really very, very nice. But there's a lot of great protection there. A lot of nice cushion, and the residual slickness, very, very good. All right, pass number 2 done. Let's rinse. This shave is done. This is a BBS finish, no doubt about it. Wow, that's great. What a close result. I mean, this razor, this has a little bit of growl to it, but I'm telling you, the shave with this blade and razor, very, very smooth, but the protection from 1445, very, very good. All right, I'm going to do my final rinse routine, warm water rinse, cold water rinse, and then I'll see you on the other side for the alum block and the post-shave. So hang in there with me. Wow. That was marvelous. Clean, fresh towel waiting for me right here. Boy, that's a nice shave. And the other thing I noticed is that the lather rinsed off very, very cleanly. Boy, is that a nice feel. Post-shave feel is marvelous. There's a real freshness and energy there. Wow, that feels terrific. I don't know, it's almost like I can skip the alum block, to be perfectly honest with you. This is really, really nice. Man, that feels great. It feels, there's an energy there. There's an energy and there's a liveliness to my skin right now. This is really good. But we are going to go ahead and use the Sterling aftershave alum block. Sterling alum block during our aftershave. No, Sterling alum block during our post-shave routine. That's what I wanted to say. I'm thinking aftershave, what I'm going to be using. I've got a couple of selections here. And oh, by the way, I did use the Sterling shave soap for my pre-shave. It was right here. I decided to grab it. A little more convenient. Okay, here we go. We're going to run this under some cold, cold water and see what kind of feedback we get. Boy, that's nice. There's no stinging. There's no zinging. That is really, really nice. Man. Wow. I thought I might have some on the neck here, but no. There's some nice, well, I take that back. I got just a couple of zings there. Nothing major, nothing to write home about. But, boy, overall, I think it's sting and zing free. Yeah, and I thought I'd have a little bit here on the upper lip, especially where I did some extra buffing. Nothing. And even on the chin. Nothing there. Wow, that's fantastic. And just like I said, just a little bitty on the neck. That could be from the actual alum with its astringent and astringent qualities going on there. Astringent and antiseptic qualities. That's what I wanted to say. All right, so there's the block right there. We dried it off a little bit. We're going to put it back in the case like that. Let me show you the lather. Wow. This lather is amazing. And you know what? I don't know if I splashed in the bowl or not. I don't think I did. Look at that. Look at that. Again, the body and density is a little lighter than you might be used to. I'm thinking maybe you could vary that a little bit, depending on the amount of water that you add. But you know what? A little bit is going to go a long way. And add water with this as you go. I think the key to this is adding a little more water than you would with some other shaving creams, but not necessarily a whole heap more. Let me put it to you that way. I seem to just add a little bit, but I was generous in dunking the brush in there into the sink water in order to get, I went into the tips, but I went in maybe just a little more generously. And I only did it maybe, I have to look at the video again while I'm editing, maybe 2 times, something like that. And then all of a sudden, boom, I had enough lather. And I was going to keep lathering, keep whipping up the lather. And I just happened to see how that just went boom, lather, right? That was amazing. And look how much I have left. And I don't know if I splashed any water in this. And I just, just a little bit of whipping activity just brings it right back. That is amazing. Again, really nice feel on the face. Not overly heavy. But some good density, some nice cushion, feels great, and the post-shave feel is marvelous. It's wonderful. So, yeah, my gosh, $14.45 from Castle Forbes. This is marvelous, absolutely marvelous. I'm going to definitely invest in the aftershave splash and the aftershave balm in the $14.45 scent. That's how much I like this. This is marvelous. So I'm shooting this video before the Magard meetup. So when I get there, I know it's going to be on my shopping list. Absolutely. All right, I got a couple of aftershave splashes. Speaking of aftershave splashes, that I want to pair up. I went to shavesplash.com, which is Lee Meyer's website, where he can tell you how to pair up a shaving cream or shaving soap that you don't happen to have a splash for. And it's still a work in progress. And I told him about Castle Forbes, $14.45, and he's going to get that into his database, so it'll be on the website hopefully very soon. So until he's able to figure all that out, figure the scent notes and that sort of thing, of pairing up a like kind of a aftershave, I decided to go with one of two. I'm either going to go with Flanio, which is, I don't know, I want to say it's in the ballpark, but it will follow up. This is all the way from Chile. Let me see here. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's not bad at all. Or Cello, because Cello has that lemon vibe going on, and that kind of complements the lemon notes in the $14.45. Yeah, you know what? I think it's Flanio. I think I'm going to go with Flanio. Flanio's in the ballpark. It's not identical, but I think it complements it. Yeah, I think it complements it. It's kind of a coin toss, to be honest with you. You know what? I got one more here. Let me see. I've got Florida water. Let me see if Florida. I know Florida water. Now, I think. You know what? Let me just see one more time. Okay. I'm going to go with Cello. That's what I'm going to go with. Cello, I think it has a little more liveliness than the Flanio's good, but I think a Cello and that lemon, I think I'm going to go with my first instinct, which was Cello. Okay. All right, so here we go. We're going to put that on there, and then Jimmy V method, we're going to let that alcohol evaporate a little bit, and then slap on nothing but the good stuff. All right, here we go. Yeah, either one would have worked. Either one would have worked for a great shave. Wow, this shaving cream is terrific, and I think the the way to solve my problem regarding pairing it up with an aftershave splash and balm is just to get the 1445 aftershave splash and balm from Castle Forbes. I think that'll, yeah, then you got the whole deal. This is a marvelous, marvelous shaving cream. I like the protection. I like the glide, the slickness, the residual slickness. I like the density, lighter. It's not really heavy on the face, but there is enough weight there. 3 days worth of beard growth. This gave me great coverage. The lather was really nice and stable, remained stable, didn't break down throughout the shave, and just gave me a BBS finish. 3 days worth of beard growth, and this, I've got a BBS finish. Yeah, and of course I used a razor that had some oomph to it, had a little bit of ground to it. No doubt about it. Love this titanium razor, and it really came in. I mean, it really hit a homer when I needed to have a nice, smooth, comfortable shave and remove 3 days worth of beard growth with an excellent, excellent shaving cream. 1445 shaving cream from Castle Forbes. So if you're looking for a great shaving cream that has a marvelous, marvelous scent, great slickness and protection, isn't that heavy on your face like some other lathers from shaving creams might be, if that's been your experience. This is a little bit lighter in weight, but still great coverage. You can build up the layers, build up the cushion, that sort of thing, and just really get a nice, nice shave. Look, no nicks, no cuts, no irritation. 3 days worth of beard growth gone, and this is a BBS finish, no doubt about it. Yeah, man, that is that is really nice. I can feel a little bit of whisker just here. That's going to retract in about 20 minutes because I'm right at that stage where I know my beard, and I know that little bit I feel there, I could have done a little touch up. It's going to retract. This is a BBS finish. Really wonderful. So again, a big thank you to viewer Beth Jones for very kindly and generously sending to the channel Castle Forbes 1445 shaving cream. Smell like a freshly scrubbed British aristocrat. Check out Castle Forbes 1445 shaving cream. Beth, again, thank you very much. All right, that's it. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/MarkZeriti, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review on this channel. Organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you again real soon.